Hey guys, Mike Means Marketing here, and I'm thrilled to announce in this video you're going to learn from the master of live video. Joel Comm is a legend in the entrepreneurial industry and the marketing business. He is masterful at helping you connect with your audience with live video. Hi everyone, and welcome to 10-Minute Hacks from the Best Marketing Minds. I'm thrilled today to have a live video marketing expert, best-selling author. He's got 13 books, including AdSense Code, Ka-Ching, Twitter Power 2.0. Joel Comm, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good, man. And it's 14 books now, if you can believe it.
Good Lord.
Update the bio, and I'm working on the 15th as we speak.
That's fantastic. So, Joel, most marketers, entrepreneurs, they have a hard luck story, something that pushes them to greatness. What's yours?
Well, I don't know that it's a hard luck story. I think it's just that I feel like life is a gift, and we're created to make a difference, to bring the gifts that we've been given into the world, and whatever skills and abilities we acquire in our unique personality, we're supposed to make a difference and an impact. And when we don't, we leave a hole, and there's somebody's life who is not affected in a positive way because we didn't contribute. So, my hashtag is do good stuff. And I'm a believer that if we just do good in whatever it is we do, whether it's business or personal life, that good stuff automatically comes back around to us.
I love it. What marketing method, Joel, when you first got into this business, what was the thing that you used to make your very first sale?
Well, so my first business online wasn't really a sale. It was building a content site that I had hoped would turn into a sale. Now, we're talking a long time ago. This was 1995, back when there was only 15,000 websites in the whole world. And I thought I would make money off of advertising, and turned out that was a hard go 22 years ago. So the first real sale, substantial sale, turned out to be out of the blue. When I was just about out of money. There's the hard luck part right there. When I was just about out of money, I prayed for God to open up the heavens and pour something down, because I didn't know where it was going to come from. And within a week, I got a unsolicited call from a guy in Washington State claiming to represent a Japanese multimedia conglomerate that wanted to license my content on my site and translate it into Japanese. And it turned it up into being a 18-month, $7,500 a month deal. So a direct answer to prayer, and my first real big sale online.
That's amazing. That was kind of similar to my start, because when I launched the podcast, I was able to get in front of a lot of people with a lot of content, but I had absolutely no way of generating money. And, I love this, I love this idea that when the chips are down and you really believe in what you're doing, and you seem to be a gentleman who believes in a higher power, that connection brought you forward in your life.
Yeah, I feel like when we are quiet and listen, and when we're humble and recognize that, none of us are that great, right? Where everybody is unique and special. And I recognize that a lot of the success that I've had are because gifts that I've been given. And I'm just fortunate enough to not mess it up, because sometimes I do, but I haven't messed up too badly.
So what about today? This was 1995. What about today? What is your favorite platform for generating traffic, leads, sales?
Dude, I'm all about live video. Now, I've been using live video since 2008. I was doing a show from my office on Ustream TV, almost 9 years ago. But today, with the ease of apps that we have with Facebook Live and Periscope and a number of others, and the bandwidth that is substantial so we can pump out live video, and so many people carrying around mobile devices, it's just the time is right. So I've really been beating the drum for that for a number of years now, and I feel that live video is truly the low-hanging fruit. It is the way to end around your competition and have them asking what just happened, because anybody can get into live video. Anybody can reach an audience instantly and share their content in what I believe is the most social form of social media. It's when you're talking and you're interacting with people. That is truly social and powerful.
And so when you say live video, you're not talking about, paid advertising. You're not talking about, getting out there and buying something. You're saying organic traffic with live video using your social media feeds.
Yeah, it's free. That's the thing. We're back to a place where the playing field in this arena is kind of level. Most brands and businesses, whether they're entrepreneurs, mom and pop, small business to corporate, aren't doing live video yet. They're scared of it. They don't know what tech they need to use. Turns out you just need a phone, really. They don't know what to say once they're on screen. They don't know how to engage with people. They're busy selling instead of being authentic. And it's not hard to do. That's in fact, I developed a playbook for people to get started. If you want to share that URL, people can download that.
Absolutely. So it is lvplaybook.com. And it's 18 steps, right? You've got 18 steps about how to...
Eight steps.
8 steps, excuse me. That's probably better.
I think that's a lot easier, and it helps anybody. It's free. Go to lvplaybook.com and you can download it and get started with live video. I encourage you to do so because it's a thing that when you don't, you're going to look back and go, why didn't I listen to Joel and look at this, when he told me about it?
Definitely. And so please go to lvplaybook.com, get your eight steps. What about right now, today? What can you help somebody? Let's say they're an entrepreneur, they're a marketer, and they have very little following on social media and doing live video. What advice would you give to that person today to get started?
Download the playbook. I mean, it's all there. Honestly, that's what the 8 steps are for. I don't want to be redundant, and I'm not selling anything. It's a freebie, but that's how to do it is right there.
So we talk about live video feeds, and I believe this is probably going to be the answer to this question, but one of the things that I love to dive into when it comes to some of the people who have been around for a while is, what is your number one marketing hack? What's the thing that if you only had one thing that you could be doing, what would it be?
It's totally social media. It's building relationship with people. Everything comes down to people. We are not in the business of selling products and services. I hate to break it to you, but your business is not about your product or service. That is a vehicle for helping people. And your business is about people, those that you're going to serve with your product or service, those that you are going to enrich their lives in some way, whether it's something practical, whether it's knowledge you're going to give them, whether you're going to entertain them, whether you're going to help them through a difficult situation, whatever it is, you're in the business of helping people. And when you put your focus on people and how you can serve them, that's where you're going to discover what their problems are. And you're going to have little indicators going off on your little dashboard that tells you, oh, I can help with that. I can fix that. I can direct you with that. I can connect you to somebody else who can help you with that. Again, it's hashtag do good stuff. There it is right behind me. You put it out there and don't always expect something in return. There's times for transactions. You give me this, I'll give you that. You shake hands, we have a deal. But there's other times where you just feel that you can make a difference. Just do it. Follow your instinct and do it, and don't expect something in return. And I find that when I do that, so much more comes back to me because people know that they know me, they like me, they trust me. And when it comes time for a valued opinion, counsel on something, or a joint venture partnership, or speaking, they can trust me to do a transaction that is going to bring value.
I love that. I'm kind of an anthropology buff, and I remember studying about reciprocity in civilizations that are ancient. And one of the things that you find is that in these tribal communities, there's always this idea. That's how villages are built, societies are built, is on this idea of reciprocity, not transaction, but giving and helping others, and then creating that automatic sense of reciprocity as opposed to a sort of transactional way of thinking.
Who knew that wisdom of the ages would ring true regardless of where we were in human evolution in terms of technology? People don't change. Human nature doesn't change. The tools that we use, how we
Change.
communicate can change, but we don't change. Our needs remain the same, and how we interact with others. If we look at social media as a new way of interacting, it is from a technological standpoint, but from in terms of how you should behave, it's not different. And yet some people look at social media and they think, well, I'm just going to go out there and say whatever I want.
Or
Well, you don't
sell
just,
whatever I want.
yeah, or sell whatever I want. And they totally forsake the relationship building aspect of it. And you can't do that.
Yeah, I run a very small digital marketing agency, and I find that people who have products, they tend to not quite understand that unless they have been studying this sort of thing. So I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'll just call you. I'll three-way you into my next conversation with somebody I'm talking to about doing some digital marketing for them. Joel, thank you so much again for being here. But I've got a couple more questions for you. The game is always changing. You talk about the tools. The tools change, but human nature does not. We're moving forward into we're in 2017 now, going into 2018. There's so much technology and so many changes in the tools that we use. What are you going to be educating yourself on in 2017 and beyond?
Right now I'm, thanks to the nudging of my friend Ryan Steinelson, who's always on the front lines of stuff. I'm investigating bots. In fact, I'm setting up my first Facebook Messenger bot.
Nice.
I've been in virtual reality for about a year now, and I enjoy playing with my Oculus Rift and exploring software tools. 360 video is something that really excites me. I've got a 360 camera, and I'm thinking of what piece do I want to shoot in 360, because there's a merging of all of this, right? It's all coming together. And so whatever the new toys are and gadgets that catch my eye, that's usually where I end up.
Right. But I think your ultimate piece of wisdom is enjoy it, be aware of the new tools, utilize them, but make sure you're creating content and engaging and understanding where people are coming from so that you can meet them where they are.
Yeah, and carpe diem, seize the day. Life is short. This is why I have a podcast called The Fun Podcast, funwithjoelcomm.com. And I get the usual suspects on, business, social, entrepreneurial leaders, but instead of talking about the business and the teaching, we talk about their personal lives and what they do for fun and get to discover more about who they are. We don't know how long any of us have. And if you're building just for tomorrow and you're not enjoying today and the people that you're blessed to have around you, then you're missing out on life. You're looking at the destination instead of the journey. And I can tell you, after 53 years of doing this now, that it really is about the journey and the people that you journey with.
Dude, amen. I love Gary Vaynerchuk, but that's one of the things I can't stand about his messaging is this idea that you have to just be going 24 hours a day. Like, I want to enjoy what I'm doing in the process.
I love Gary too. And you know what? It works for him. And that's great. God bless you. I hope he gets to buy the New York Jets. I really do. But for me, that doesn't work. And I'm not in the pursuit of money anymore. And I'm much happier with having less and a smaller place and less of a burden on me and no employees. I went from 38 employees to 1 by choice. And I loved what we did as a team, but I'm much happier working at home and being a solopreneur.
You got some great emojis behind you as well.
Yeah, and this is a fantastic set. My brother just gave me, or my son gave me that one for my birthday.
I love it. Joel, who is the marketer that inspired you most?
I don't know if I'd call him a marketer. I'd call him a salesman. And that would have to be Zig Ziglar. When I was a young man, half my life ago, I read See You at the Top. And then I got into direct sales and read his book, Secrets of Closing the Sale. And I'll tell you, what he teaches in there is so relationship and persuasion based that even though he wrote that before we had a digital age and the tools we have now, what he teaches in there is still rock solid. And of course, Zig passed away a few years ago, and he's always my go-to mentor who forever impacted my life.
And it's so interesting because it keeps coming back to that idea of the psychology of people and connecting with people. And that's really the bottom line of sales. Stop trying to sell stuff and start
Mhm.
connecting with people. And I had the pleasure of seeing Zig, I want to say like 7, 8 years ago, up in Jacksonville. It was really cool.
Was he with his son Tom at the time?
No, well, I don't know. I mean,
Because
were
he
they?
had a stroke, and then once that happened, he needed some help. But can I tell you a short Zig story?
Yeah.
So before he passed away in 2010, I had the opportunity to speak at Kerry Wilkerson's Boss event in Dallas, Texas. And after, you know, admiring this man so much, I got to share the stage with him, spoke at the
Wow.
same event, and had a chance to meet with him afterwards and tell him how much I admired him. Gave him one of my ka-ching buttons, and that tickled him to no end. And I feel like it kind of came full circle.
That's fantastic. What is your favorite marketing app, book, or program? I know we talked about Zig, but what else? What else? Not what other tool? What other book, program, app do you find indispensable when it comes to your marketing?
Well, as long as we're talking live video, I use a site. See, Facebook right now is pretty much one person can go live on Facebook at a time in the app. A few people have access to where you can bring a friend in, but it's not in wide release. And so there's a site out there called BeLive.tv. And BeLive allows you to connect your Facebook account and easily start a face-to-face interview that is pushed directly to Facebook Live. And you see all the comments and you can put them on screen in a very stylistic manner. And I do a weekly show there called Joel.live on BeLive TV, but it's on my Facebook page or one of the other pages I administer. And I know this will be after this airs, but I've got like Kevin Harrington, as a guest that comes on, and we talk, and people get to engage with him via the chat and via the
That's awesome.
ask him.
So BeLive.com.
BeLive.tv.
Oh, sorry, BeLive.tv.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned, Joel, that let me see that shirt of yours. What do we got going? What do we got going on here?
.live. See, I'm all about the live. This is actually a domain extension, which I feel is one of the most important things you could do for branding yourself. If you are doing, .com says you've got a website, right? It used to mean you had a commercial website. .org used to mean you had a nonprofit. But most domain extensions, you can't tell what the domain is just by the name. But a .live domain name signifies that your brand is about live, whether it's about going live, online, or whether it's about you in person live, come see me live. It's the same type of idea. And so because I'm such a fan of .live and I own Joel.live, their team brought me on as a brand ambassador. And I tell people, look, go and grab your name. The new domain rush is on. Only people don't know that the new domain extensions carry just as much SEO weight as the old ones do. So if you miss the opportunity to get your domain as a .com, grab it as a new domain extension and build it out and create content the same as you would on any other. And Google is becoming less and less partial because there's so many top level domains right now. So if you go to Joel20.live, it takes you directly to the registry site where you can search for your .live name, and all regular domain names, I think, are 20% off.
Joel, that is huge. Thank you. So Joel, Joel 20.live.
Yeah, 20, Joel 20, Joel
20.live. Excellent. And where else can people find you, Joel?
Well, to my knowledge, and probably to the blessing of the rest of the world, I'm the only Joel Comm in the world. So anywhere at Joel Comm, you'll find me on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. It's always at Joel Comm.
Joel, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for dropping so many knowledge bombs on our group. And one last question for you. What's next for you, Joel?
I'm actually working on my biggest book yet. I say biggest because it's the one that a publisher has invested the most in for next year, and because it's my core message. And I'll just say that it revolves around this idea of fun and swinging the pendulum back from this hustle and grind notion to living a life of fulfillment, passion, and purpose. And so if you want to get a taste of it, go listen to the podcast, which is funwithjoelcomm.com, and you can get it on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play.
Fantastic, Joel. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to going to check it out, and I certainly encourage my audience to go check it out.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
You got it, brother. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.